But this being in Africa, it wasn't a lot of chicks with their breasts hanging out like National Geographic show me. Hey, y'all go disown me for that one.
Man.
Y'all go disown me for that one. I don't care. I did it. I said it.
No.
In the 1800s, a group of all-female warriors protects the African kingdom with skills and fierceness unlike anything the world has ever seen. Faced with a new threat, Nanisca trains the next generation of recruits to fight against a foreign enemy that's determined to destroy their way of life. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the summary for The Woman King. If you enjoyed us for the first time, we do something that we like to call the one sentence review, is where myself and Jason summarize this movie in one sentence. Jason, what is your one sentence review of The Woman King?
As Muhammad Ali once said, the king is here.
Ooh. My one sentence review of The Woman King is, but this being in Africa, it wasn't a lot of chicks with their breasts hanging out like National Geographic show me. Hey, y'all go disown me for that one.
Man.
Y'all go disown me for that one. I don't care. I did it. I said it.
No.
I said it. Ain't what none of them things flowing.
I could deal with in any situation. I could deal with more boobs. I mean, just as me.
Yeah, facts. Again, look here, man. National Geographic lied to me. All right. Jumping right into this movie. I mean, the story, man. It's a long one, man. It's 2 hours, bro. And I think I text. So I mistakenly text my wife and mother-in-law. We have a thread that was like, "Hey, this movie long as fuck." Thinking I was texting you guys. So at like 11 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock in the morning, they got a text from me saying this movie long as fuck. But yeah, this movie's long as fuck. A lot goes on in this movie. You know, they do a good job of world building and setting up what this world looks like, what it feels like, what these characters are about. And then it goes forward. I mean, Jason, what did you think about the storyline and plot going into this movie?
Dude, I was riveted. Honestly, like this is, and the thing is, this movie doesn't do anything like you haven't seen in any other movies before. It definitely gives you the point of view character. It's a hero's journey story. It's like, you know, young person meets a wizened old person who teaches them ropes, and they overcome some challenge at the end, and they're better for it. It's a story you've seen 100,000 times, but it's for me. It's been presented in a way that I have rarely seen, if ever seen before. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed the story. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, that's all I can say. I mean, honestly.
For people joining us again, we'll talk about The Woman King as our review. We're going to try to be light on spoilers, but some spoilers may slip. So I'm gonna be real with you, and this is spoiler.
Black people end up in America as slaves. That's a spoiler.
I will say this: I'm gonna give some pushback on it. I didn't enjoy the story as much as I thought I was going to enjoy the story, and I'm gonna tell you some things that concern me and bother me. The making people related. I've had enough of that with Star Wars. I'm tired of people being mysteriously related with people. That bothered me a lot. I thought that a lot of this could have been streamlined into a just total perspective of the character that we did follow. They did give us a perspective character. I think the movie should have stayed just there. So everything that she experienced, we experienced, which we do get a lot of that. But then we also, because of star power, have to follow other people's perspectives in this movie that I think, one, made the movie 2 hours long, but also convoluted the stuff that we really wanted to see. We wanted to see how these warrior women interacted, how they grew, how they become family, and how they handle threats that come to the kingdom. Look, but as all I'm saying though, the opening scene is badass.
Dope. It is dope.
And we'll get to action and all that in a second. But that's what. So even when I know Jason is more rosy with this one, I'll admit I wanted a tighter script because there was a lot of fat left on this bone that didn't have to do with anything except for, hey, we paid a lot of money for these actresses or actors. We need to let them flex their proverbial muscle acting.
Let me be 100% clear to all of our audience right now. I don't care how bad this movie was. I was going to like it no matter what. Look, I texted them. I'm like, I even put on Facebook. Look, I'm going to be 100% biased on this movie. It's going to be 100% rose-colored glasses for me. Okay, so even though there's definitely some storylines, I definitely agree with Jason that could have been cut. Firstly, even though I did love that badass opening scene, we could have just started with our main character, Nawa, I believe her name is.
Yes,
and gone through there. Also, we could have cut out the whole love affair with your boy. What's the kid's Malik?
Malik. Yeah.
You could have cut that shit out.
Mulatto half breed.
Yeah, like I'm sorry, y'all need to stop bringing these light skinned niggas up in here. Okay,
facts. Y'all been out of style. Why they keep doing this? Like,
this lady is from Africa, has rejected all these beautiful dark skinned men. Well, a lot of them are assholes, and all come up. Bleak come gliding up because light skinned dudes they glide.
Look,
and all of a sudden she fall in love.
Also, and I'll admit, and this is just me, and I'm gonna just be keeping honest. Like, it did feel tropish to me that the one dude that she felt like was light skinned, but also too like it was almost like a Hollywood sleight of hand. And now, guys, don't kill me when I say this, but y'all gonna kill me anyway. I don't care. It was like, hey, if we're gonna make all the white people be bad, let's get a half white guy to still be good.
Yeah,
right. Like, come on, man. Like,
even though his was like here for slaves, let's go get
right. He tried to be surprised, like he didn't know they were here for. What? We're taking them back. What? Like, come on,
like,
bro.
You've known me since we were kids. You know that's what we do. We're
not even that. Right? Like, did you walk down to the bottom of the ship? That middle passage looked real uncomfortable, motherfucker. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
I mean,
yeah.
Malik, your mom was a slave. I mean, come on.
Right? You were here because probably of unconsensual sex. Like, just luckily if you came out light skinned enough with good enough hair, that he was like, you know what? We won't make you a total one. We'll give you
he's also from Brazil. So in Brazil, they treat biracial people a lot different than they treated biracial people in America. So. And especially in a lot of the southern, Portuguese and Spanish colonies, being biracial was a lot better for them than here. You could, so.
Yeah.
But still,
but I would say, and I know I had the critique of the story. Even with that critique, I did feel like it's like one of those things that we always talk about when we review these movies. Like, I need you to pick a lane and run with the lane. Either you're going to show me the top looking down and looking at the politics and stuff that comes with the slave trade and this warrior race and how that's going to work, or you give me from the bottom looking up and showing, hey, she's our eyes and ears into this world, and as she experiences, we experience. I feel like they tried to mash them both together and give us both of those things. And I don't want to be reckless enough to say that I think they felt almost forced to put in the top down look. Because this tribe was a real tribe and it does have a real history. And I felt like they had to be like,
which we'll talk about
later.
Don't
show this history, people will clown us or go at us about it. And at the end of the day, they still did it anyway. So you were probably better off just glamorizing this whole situation and keeping it moving that way. But I do felt like they had some pressure to show both sides, where I felt like if you just would have picked one lane, this movie works. And it probably works at an hour and 45 minutes rather than 2 hours and 5 minutes.
I will disagree on Jason because this movie could have been 4 hours, 4.5 hours. I would have sat the whole way through.
Roots. I'll come here to watch Roots.
It could have been a 6-part miniseries of 3 hours each, and I'm in the theater every single day.
Said Lord of the Rings ain't got nothing on Jason watching habits. What about, okay, let's just jump right into the best part of the whole movie that I felt was, well, I can say it's the best part. The second best part, the action. The action in here is phenomenal. Now, the only caveat I have is, if you don't know what the budget is for this movie, after seeing the action scenes, you get a vibe of the budget of this movie. The fight scenes are great. You could tell that the energy was spent in making these fights look real, getting these actors to actually be able to do these stunts, to do these action scenes, to do these moves. They knock it out of the park with that. It is a part where it's supposed to feel grander, but it does feel smaller because I think the budget couldn't allow for this grand look and feel that this some of these battles should have been. But even with that being said, I don't think it's a negative. I think that was just something I noticed being a person who watches these kind of movies. Other than that, I mean, this bar outside of maybe Day Shift, which you watched recently, I feel like this is up there in the action scenes of just the choreographed moves, them fighting together, them moving together, how they work, how they filmed it and shot it.
So good.
Yeah, it works. I mean, I guess we'll just go into your thoughts about it.
My biggest critique of the action here is that this movie should have been rated R. This movie,
yes.
Like if you're doing like hand-to-hand fighting with swords and shit, I need you to be on like Braveheart levels of violence. I need you to be like, I need to leave that theater after seeing this stuff like a little bit queasy because I saw a man's head get cut off. But even though that's my biggest critique, even at its PG-13 rating, it's still you can tell like it's a little bit graphic for its rating, but still these action scenes in here. There's particularly the first one and the big battle they did, and even like the last battle they did were so well done, so well choreographed. It's a lot of fun to watch these women fight, and even like some of the training scenes that they had were fun. The trial of passage scene where they had to do, that was so cool. Especially there was this one scene where they had to go through these thorny bushes, and you could feel that one.
Yeah.
Like,
I cringed a bunch of times. That's probably the time I was glad it was PG-13 for that moment. Yeah. That's probably the only time I was glad it's PG-13.
Because you could feel that one. But other than that, yeah, a lot of the stuff is really, really cool to watch. And it's really like, even though, obviously the budget is not that great, you can still say they at least.
Absolutely. So I think either my computer or okay, there we go. Jason's back there. Sorry, I think I might have lost you there briefly.
Yeah, something happened. We don't know.
Yeah. But it's fine. You said even though the budget might have been low, you said you could still.
Yeah, you can still see that they put some love and some money behind these scenes, these fight scenes and action scenes. It's great. Oh,
it definitely was like, we ain't got the budget to do this big old army. Well, we're gonna train the hell out of you women. Get on the train.
I'm about to get in there.
Right. Y'all about to be these warriors for real. Like, the action here is phenomenal. And then I guess the best part of the movie we were talking about, the acting, man. The acting here is top notch. I mean, John Boyega. I mean, we don't got to talk about the ones we know that could bring the heat. We already know. I mean,
Viola Davis is the queen, or the king now, I guess. Like, she was going to bring her A game, but like, I was really impressed with, I'm going to butcher this lady's name. I am so sorry if she's actually watching this, but she's not. Or any other people of African descent that actually have Tusu Mabidu as Nawi. She sold it for me. She sold a lot of this stuff for me. She's our point of view character, but she also showed the fact that she didn't want to be like, just a regular girl being sold off to, some man to go work at their farm rather than working at their dad's farm. Like, and then, she sold the action. She sold everything. Like, she was great. And then you also got Lashana Lynch. She's always good and shit. Like, you can't, she's great. And
which one, everybody. Lynch, is that the Black James Bond? I mean, Black 007?
That's Black 007, yeah.
Yeah. She was in there doing her thing.
Yeah.
Except for the scene at the end with her, that went on a little too long. I'm thinking, man, these jokers would have knocked this chick out of me.
They would have killed all of y'all.
Right? But okay, I mean, we got to ride with it.
We did have to have a couple of things happen, so and you also have to, like, when you have to have that dramatic moment when something bad happens. So I get that part, but like, I was like, damn.
Right. The acting here is just top notch. I mean, I love the scenes with John Boyega when he's talking to the Brazilian. Yeah. And he's like, oh, if my wife told me that, then I'm going to punish her. I'm like, whoa. Like, is he talking to Disney? Or is he talking about his wife? Like,
and he's like, no, you speak my language here. You speak my language. His accent kind of comes and goes, but he's still good. But
you better leave John alone. He been through a lot, bro. He been through a lot. we got to give him a pass, man. He been through too much. Shit. I mean, he couldn't even get an accent in Star Wars because they didn't give him enough scenes after the first one.
Well,
so,
he was supposed to just talk normally, but then the airs was like, "Oh, this is not going to work." You know, even though we let Daisy Ridley talk, like her normal accent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we need one of you all to sound American, and let it be the black guy. Also, can you speak some jive while you at it?
Yeah.
No? Okay, we'll take the regular American accent.
You know, talk like they do in New York City. He's like, I'm from London, bro. You're like, yeah, you know what they do.
You know, 5 on the backhand side, brother. I'm never working for Disney again. So, all right, we're about to go on to what we call our rating system. What our rating system we do here is that if we thought it was good, we give it some head. Who doesn't like head? If we think it was all right, we give it a canon. And if we think it was just terrible, we give it the circus rating. So, starting off, storyline. Jason, what do you give the storyline?
I'm gonna give it canon. You know, because this is.
I thought you were going all heads.
Look. I still got to be intellectually honest. I mean, this story is definitely you've seen it a million times, but it's the way they present it that makes it better. So the story, canon. That's it.
I'll agree. I'll go with that one. Action scenes. What do you give the action in there?
All head, man. Like
giving them some head.
No, like
pause. Yes. Yeah. She was. Yeah, she was.
Yeah, she was. Yeah. You know,
or
we love everybody here.
Yeah. I'm with you on that one. I mean, I'm gonna give it some head on that one, and then pause. Hey, my last one. The acting. What would you give the acting here?
Can we give him 2 heads? Two heads? Like
everybody. Give 2 heads.
Everybody did a phenomenal job in this movie. I'm giving head all the way. That's what I said.
You said he giving him 2. He double dipping.
Yeah,
I'm right there with you. I'm right there with the single dipping. I ain't gonna double dip yet, but I'm a single dip in that one for sure. All right. Last rating out of 1 being trash, 5 being great and awesome. What would you give the Woman King?
This is where I'm going to be intellectually pissed on this. 5 out of 5. Awesome. I love this
5
movie.
out of 5. Okay. All right. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. So still both positive reviews for the Woman King. And it is that time that everybody loves, ladies and gentlemen.
Especially those Elvis fans.
Thank you all for listening to Headcanon Circus. I believe this is episode 67, so we're just trucking right on along, guys. Please remember to like, share, subscribe. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're going to work on getting other stuff like our Twitter and Twitch and TikTok going. So please forgive us because we are both busy men with kids, lives, and things to do, as well as watching all the content that you want us to review. So we haven't had time to sit down and just do those things. But we're going to make sure we get that up hopefully sooner rather than later. But thank you all for rocking with us. We really do love and appreciate it. Jason, the Duke, the Lord of all nerds, do you have anything you like to say?
Work while we're watching stuff. Either way, y'all be kind, be considerate, and tip your bartenders at least 20%, if not more, if you can afford it. And if you see Jaron on the street, spit in his face.
Just because. Remember to go get Dungeons and Do-Rags by Ron Dawson. Get your copy for the the Headcanon Circus book club. Yeah. Thank you all for listening. We will see you all next week. Peace. Remember, we'll play 1-on-1 for your heart. Love and basketball. Make sure you go see it.